Okay guys, in this video, I'm going to go over every trade I took to request my first $10,000 payout of 2026. Hope you guys enjoy, and let's get right into the video. Okay, so I wanted to start on the top step dashboard showing kind of what it took to get the 10K payout. It says I took 8 trades. I really took 6 trades. I'll explain it in a minute, but as you can see, just shy of that 4K balance, and then I withdrew 1900 on 5 accounts. As we can see, this is the calendar, and this is what it took to get to that 4K balance. It says I took 2 trades on Thursday, but I took 1 trade during Asia session this day, and then I also took one during the New York AM session. And then for the 13th of Tuesday, I actually added into my position, so that's why it says 2 trades here. So 6 trades in total. And so yeah, man, 100% win rate. I did not have a loss. And so yeah, I'm gonna be breaking down the recordings of every single trade that it took for me to get my first 10K of 2026. So let's get right into it. Okay, so this is the first recording. This was on the 6th of January. Keep in mind, this took roughly 2 weeks to get to this 4K balance. I usually trade either with 5 micros or 10 micros. Honestly, it just depends on what my stop is. Yeah, let's honestly just go over it. I trade a discretionary continuation model, so a lot of these trades are going to have a lot of the same confluences. As you can see, this trade is a trade to, I believe, was prior day high. As you can see, it gets edged right here. We then get a retracement into a 15-minute gap, and then we get displacement out of that gap. This displacement candle creating a gap honestly just confirms this trade even more for me. I end up going break even at this 5-minute high right here. As we can see, let's just watch this play out. Boom, there is my break even. I trail my TP to where my break even spot was once we get past, once we basically confirm that we're gonna, take out this draw. But yeah, as you can see, and then obviously it ends up playing out. And so yeah, that's the first trade. This is the second trade. Okay, this one is literally the exact same, literally the exact same type of trade, okay? We edged that draw earlier on in the day. I'm not sure what draw I was targeting. It was probably like a prior day high or something like that. But as you can see, we thought we were gonna take it this morning. We never got an entry to it over there. We ended up coming down. We tap into, I believe this was another 15-minute gap. Also, there was a 5-minute gap here that I was a little bit scared of us, reversing off of. So that's why I kind of go break even once we inverse it. Just wanted to hop back down to the 1 minute here. As you can see, we now have another condition in this trade with another massive 1 minute fair value gap here. My stop is in a very protected spot. Honestly, I could have even put it right here and have been fine. Really no drawdown in this trade, but honestly, this is only a 20-point trade for me, which isn't too much. That's why I was able to play a little bit more of a safer, stop. Anyway, I end up going break even, end up trailing my draw once we take out the internal high, and this does end up just flushing straight to take profit. Okay, trade number 3. This is the trade that I took during Asia session. There were 2 Asia session trades. This was the first one right here. Another beautiful continuation setup. We get a tap into a higher time frame gap, as you can see up here. I'm not going to lie, I did bottom blast this one, but the only reason being is because, again, it's Asia session. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I did bottom blast this one. The only reason being is because I did not think we were going to have enough volume to come back up and rebalance this leg. So that's kind of where my discretion comes in, and that's why I was confident entering where I did. And because of that, I plan to go break even very quickly. If you guys ever take trades and, you don't have every confluence lining up, but it is looking pretty good in your favor, always just take risk off the table. I have no problem with taking a trade that isn't exactly A+, as long as I go break even generally pretty fast. Anyways, though, I was in this trade for seriously almost 2 hours. I almost get stopped out right here, but this honestly confirmed it even more for me. We finally end up getting some delivery. I go break even. Okay, this line right here is when we would be tapping into an hourly gap, and because of this, I trailed my stop down to a point where if it does hit this, then I'm at least securing a $150 winning day. We actually do end up getting delivery, and this pretty much, I'll even just play it out here. We do end up getting delivery straight to take profit. This was a very long trade, again, during Asia session, but the idea is there. And again, I didn't think we would have enough volume to come up and rebalance this leg. So it looked pretty obvious to me. And honestly, forgot to mention it, but I'm obviously targeting hourly lows here. So yeah, that's, you guys will start to see a pattern with all my trades. A lot of them are very similar, respecting a hard time frame gap, displacement, retracement, invalidation of the retrace, and boom. Okay, this is trade number 4. This is the one that I took that day's New York AM session. This trade was a little bit scary from what I remember, kind of like the Asia trade, but basically let me break this one down for you. Okay, so here is my analysis on this, right? We are displacing out of multiple higher time frame gaps. I'm very confident in this trade hitting. It's just about finding the right entry. Multiple hourly gaps, as we can see. All I needed was to find an entry on a lower time frame. And again, what does an entry look like for me? Well, in a perfect world, it's a retracement into a gap. So what do we get? I'm down on the 30-second. Why am I down on the 30-second chart? Because I have very high conviction that this trade is going to hit. Again, because we are displacing out of multiple higher time frame gaps. Again, I did bottom blast this trade. As you can see, here's my entry. But I'm very, very confident once my draw is confirmed. And once again, we are displacing out of 2 hourly gaps. That is, bro, that is very high confluence that, and once it's confirmed, like, I'm so confident that this is going to hit. My original stop is up here. Again, a very safe spot to put my stop loss. However, I moved it down because it wicked out what would have been my break even. So I just wanted to mitigate risk a little bit. But again, we eventually get that delivery. I go break even and it all kind of happened pretty fast. Boom, like literally straight to take profit once all that nonsense was done. I hope you guys are starting to see a pattern within these trades. Again, I am pretty strict with my rules and all that, but this is why I have such a high win rate. If you guys like what you see so far, make sure you show some love on the video. As well as if you want to learn from me, check out the description. You can also literally join my Discord for free, as well as literally booking a free 30-minute call with me to see if the mentorship is the right fit for you. I would highly recommend booking that call. Never make impulsive decisions like that with your money, although I do think I could seriously help you guys out. So the second to last trade I actually took on my phone because I was away from my setup. I was on a long car ride and it looked very good. Anyway, though, I'll show you the video right here of me selling. Boom, I'm sure. Boom, there's, I hit flat and all. However, here is the actual trade. And this is my actual entry right here. I misplaced the tool on the last chart. Took this trade with 5 micros and then added into my position a little bit later. I will show you in a second. As you can see, we are getting displacement out of a higher time frame gap, that being the 5-minute. All we needed was an entry. Boom, here's our retracement, and here is the displacement invalidating the retrace leg. Yes, again, I did bottom blast because I did not think we are going to have enough volume to, again, come back up and rebalance out this entire leg. Also, to me, this displacement out of that retrace confirms the draw even more. So I was literally in like basically no drawdown there in this entire trade. However, I did add once this trade was ultra confirmed. As you can see, right where I circled is where I added. Chopped around for a little bit, but it did end up delivering. This was to an untapped 4-hour gap, by the way. And then the last trade that I took to take my first $10,000 payout of 2026 is right here. This trade right here was to last week's low. And again, very clear what's going on. If we look at the higher time frame, we are rejecting out of an hourly gap. This is so bearish. Once we get some displacement confirming the draw, I just need a retracement into a lower time frame gap. And what do we get? Exactly that right here. We tap into that 1 minute and we get a beautiful displacement candle, basically invalidating the entire retrace. A super safe stop loss. And I just remembered I had the recording. So as you can see, this is where my entry is. Boom, right there. Very safe stop loss. And because my stop loss is so big here, I actually went with 5 micros on this trade. Even at this point, I'm still super confident that this trade is going to play out. We keep rejecting this high like almost perfectly. As you can see, I even mitigate risk a little bit. But at this point in the trade, I am thinking to myself, if we can take out this low, you know, with volume, we start to see some delivery, I'm just going to go break even. And what happens? We end up getting that delivery shortly after. I end up going break even and boom, deliver straight to take profit. Literally no questions asked. It's very simple, guys. Make sure your draw is confirmed from displacement, wait for a retrace into a gap, and then an invalidation of that retrace leg. Protected stop, guys, you really should not be losing. I have a 100% win rate so far this 2026. And if I'm being completely honest, I do not remember the last time I've lost a trade. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys are interested in learning from me, I have links in the description to join my Discord. And again, guys, book that free 30-minute call to see if this mentorship is the right thing for you. We literally have so many resources. I give my analysis, my recaps, my recordings, literally everything so you guys can trade and learn exactly how I approach the market every single day. But anyways, guys, I appreciate you for watching and I'll see you in the next one.